Have you ever felt a shiver down your spine remembering the moment the Titanic sank to the icy depths of the ocean? James Cameron's 1997 masterpiece is more than just an unforgettable love story. It has become a cinematic legend, etched in the hearts of millions. But behind the glamorous world of Jack, Rose, and the film's iconic characters lies a far more haunting reality. Real-life tragedies, fallen stars, buried secrets, and broken lives, much like the ill-fated Titanic. In this video, we look back at the tumultuous lives of some of the deceased members of the Titanic film crew, honor their legacy, and explore the stories behind the legend. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. Gloria Stewart as Rose Dawson Calvert. Gloria Frances Stewart, born July 4, 1910, is a veteran Hollywood actress who made a spectacular comeback at age 87 in the 1997 film Titanic, playing an older Rose Dawson Calvert, who serves as a vibrant bridge between the past and the present. That role earned her an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress, making her an icon of the enduring power of classic cinema. But behind the glamour lay an arduous journey. Gloria was a rising star in the 1936, but her strong political beliefs and activism led to her being blacklisted in Hollywood's anti-communist witch hunts. For decades, she was ostracized, lost many acting roles, and lived a quiet life, pouring her passion into crafts, collage, silkscreen printing, and bonsai cultivation. Her personal life was also scarred. Her first marriage to sculptor Blair Gordon Newell ended due to emotional distance. The relationship between her and her daughter Sylvia was quite strained, partly due to her frequent long absences and political commitments. Known in Hollywood for her outspokenness, Gloria was not afraid to condemn sexism and the exploitation of actors. Many respected her, while others feared her. They called her an unquenchable flame. In 1984, she fought and overcame breast cancer. But in 2004, at the age of 94, she was diagnosed with lung cancer, despite having quit smoking long ago. She battled the disease for another 6 years before passing away on September 26, 2010, at the age of 100. Her estimated net worth at the time was $5 million, largely derived from the film Titanic. But her true legacy lies in the resilience, indomitable spirit, and timeless beauty of a woman who never stopped believing in hope. Bernard Hill, as Captain Edward John Smith. Bernard Hill was born on December 17, 1944, in Manchester, England. At the age of 53, he made a powerful impression with his portrayal of Captain Edward John Smith in the 1997 film Titanic. The steadfast commander chose to sink with his ship, embodying a noble and tragic quality that audiences will never forget. But Bernard Hill's life reflects the complexity of the roles he has played. After his iconic portrayal of Captain Smith, and later King Theoden in The Lord of the Rings, many expected him to become a global star. However, his perfectionism often hampered that path. He was known for walking out of auditions if the script didn't meet his standards, and once delayed an entire production just because of a dispute over a costume scene. Directors respected his talent, but were hesitant to work with someone so stubborn. As his career stalled after its peak, Bernard also had to confront personal heartbreak. He had a son and a daughter, but the relationship between him and his son was strained due to his rigid personality and prolonged bouts of depression. In his later years, he lived a quiet, secluded life, away from the spotlight, and settled near the Suffolk coast. No more leading roles, no more battle cries, just an old artist by the sea. His health gradually declined, and on May 5, 2024, Bernard Hill passed away at the age of 79. At the time of his death, his net worth was estimated at approximately $8 million, largely derived from blockbuster films such as Titanic and The Lord of the Rings. Bernard Hill maintained his regal bearing, the image of a captain, a king, and a dedicated artist striving for perfection until the end of his life. Like Bill Paxton as Brock Lovett. Actor Bill Paxton, born on May 17, 1955, in Fort Worth, Texas, is one of Hollywood's most memorable faces of the 1990 SNA. At age 42, he played Brock Lovett in Titanic, a cold, obsessive treasure hunter, pursuing the heart of the ocean, inadvertently unearthing the buried pain of history. His role served as the gateway to the entire story, with Paxton's haunting, pensive gaze leaving an indelible mark. But behind the scenes, his life was filled with silent tragedies. Despite notable roles in Aliens, Apollo 13, and Twister, and being beloved for his unassuming charm and distinctive Texan accent, Hollywood never truly gave him the leading role he deserved. His directorial debut, Frailty, was a box office flop, and studios quickly turned their backs on him. In real life, his marriage to Louise Newberry faced many challenges, fractured by rumors of infidelity while he was away filming. Paxton suffered from rheumatic heart disease since childhood, a condition many considered latent, but which recurred with serious consequences. On February 14, 2017, he underwent open-heart surgery in Los Angeles. The following day, due to severe arterial damage, he underwent a second emergency surgery. His condition deteriorated rapidly, and on February 25, 2017, Bill Paxton died of a stroke as a complication after surgery. He was 61 years old. His sudden death sent shockwaves through the film industry and led to a high-profile lawsuit from his family against the surgeon and Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, alleging they used risky techniques and abandoned him during a critical period. The lawsuit was settled privately in 2022. At the time of his death, Paxton's net worth was estimated at around $40 million, earned over more than 3 decades working in film, television, and directing, like Kathy Bates as Margaret Molly Brown. Kathy Bates, whose real name is Kathleen Doyle Bates, was born on June 28, 1948, in Memphis, Tennessee. She was 49 years old when she played Margaret Molly Brown, a straightforward, courageous, and kind woman in the 1997 film Titanic. Her indomitable Molly Brown brought a warm glimmer of compassion amidst the film's pervasive tragedy, and in many ways, it reflected Bates's own unwavering spirit. Having won an Oscar for her chilling performance in Misery in 1990, Bates was never the traditional Hollywood beauty. As a result, she was often typecast in eccentric or emotionally heavy supporting roles, a fact that once led her to depression. She has publicly spoken about feeling abandoned by the film industry simply because she didn't have the right looks. In 2003, Bates faced a devastating blow when she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Nearly a decade later, in 2012, she was diagnosed with breast cancer and underwent a double mastectomy. This interrupted her career and led to lymphedema, a rare and debilitating condition. Undeterred by her illness, Bates transformed her pain into motivation for exercise. She became a global ambassador for the Lymphatic Research and Education Network, using her story to raise awareness, even testifying before the U.S. Congress to promote funding and research. In the 2010s and early 2020s, Bates made a spectacular comeback. With her daring roles in American Horror Story, she won numerous Emmy Awards and solidified her reputation as a fearless artist. In 2002, she shocked audiences with a nude scene in About Schmidt, breaking age stereotypes in Hollywood and receiving enthusiastic applause for her realistic and vivid portrayal of an older woman. In 2024, at age 76, Bates began starring in CBS's new series Matlock. Despite rumors of retirement, she firmly denied them, saying she hoped to continue playing the role for many more years. In 2025, she further solidified her position by winning the Critics' Choice Award for Best Actress in a Drama Series. Now 76 years old, Kathy Bates remains actively involved in the arts and advocates for healthcare. With an estimated net worth of $32 million and an unparalleled legacy, Kathy Bates is not just a performer, she is a survivor, a warrior, and a voice for resilience. Frances Fisher as Ruth DeWitt Bukater. Frances Louise Fisher, born on May 11, 1952, in England, was 45 years old when she played Ruth DeWitt Bukater in Titanic, Rose's mother, a character deeply concerned with class and social ambition. With a voice steeped in fear and sharp judgment, Fisher breathed life into one of the film's most complex and unforgettable characters. But like Ruth, Frances Fisher's personal life was plagued by isolation and unspoken heartbreak. After Titanic, her career continued to flourish in both film and television, with notable roles in Unforgiven, House of Sand and Fog, Watchmen, and Resurrection. But behind that facade of success lay years of personal loss. At 15, she lost her mother and had to shoulder the responsibility of raising her younger brother. As an adult, she endured a painful separation from Clint Eastwood, the father of her daughter, Francesca, amidst rumors of infidelity and abandonment. Raising a child alone left her feeling emotionally lonely. She once confessed, "No gentlemen come to court me anymore." Despite brief relationships with George Clooney and a few co-stars, Fisher chose to remain single from 2011 onwards, focusing on her daughter Francesca, who has also become an actress. In 2025, Frances Fisher will turn 73. she is still alive and actively involved in the arts, both on stage and screen, and passionately fights for social justice. Despite a life full of ups and downs, Frances Fisher remains an icon of a woman who refused to be defeated, to retreat, or to remain silent. Kate Winslet as Rose DeWitt Bukater. Kate Elizabeth Winslet, born on October 5, 1975, in Reading, England, is one of the most talented and resilient actresses of modern cinema. In 1997, at the age of 22, she rose to global stardom with her portrayal of Rose DeWitt Bukater, a rebellious aristocrat on James Cameron's Titanic. On the ill-fated ship, her character fell madly in love with Jack Dawson, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, creating one of the most iconic love stories ever seen on screen. But few know that the film that propelled her to stardom also left painful scars in her real life. During the arduous filming of Titanic, Winslet had to endure harsh conditions. She nearly drowned, suffered hypothermia, exhaustion, and countless bruises. Instead of enjoying her newfound success, she became the target of tabloids, which relentlessly mocked her appearance. The harsh comments about her weight sparked a long battle with body image issues. She once described the filming experience as a nightmare and criticized Cameron for his ruthless directing style, which left her with lasting psychological trauma. Her love life outside of filming has also been turbulent. Winslet has gone through 3 failed marriages with Jim Threppleton, director Sam Mendes, and is currently living with her 3rd husband, businessman Edward Abel Smith. Despite the emotional trauma from these relationships, Kate always grew stronger after each setback, raising her 3 children with unwavering determination. Her daughter, Mia Threppleton, is now also an actress, having appeared alongside her mother in the film I Am Ruth. Dubbed the queen of emotionally charged roles, Winslet has shown in films such as Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, The Reader, Revolutionary Road, and Mayor of Easttown. Her characters are often flawed, suffering, and rebellious women, roles that consistently bring audiences to tears. She has won Oscars, BAFTAs, Emmys, Golden Globes, and even Grammys. In 2025, at age 49, Kate Winslet remains healthy and active in the film and television industry. She continues to act, produce, voice, and support philanthropic endeavors such as raising awareness about autism, anti-bullying campaigns, and body image. Her estimated net worth is around $65 million, earned from acting, endorsement deals, and numerous awards. After more than 3 decades in the spotlight, Winslet continues to challenge Hollywood beauty standards and expectations with unparalleled strength and integrity. Bernard Fox as Colonel Archibald Gracie. Bernard Fox, whose real name was Bernard Lawson, was born on May 11, 1927, in Port Talbot, Wales. He was an actor with a charming, aristocratic appearance and sharp intelligence. But hidden behind that elegant exterior was a life full of astonishing contradictions. In 1997, at the age of 70, he played Colonel Archibald Gracie in Titanic, embodying the refined elegance of a British gentleman amidst the chaos of one of history's greatest disasters. However, in real life, Bernard Fox's path was much more challenging. Born into an artistic family, he took to the stage at just 18 months old. But behind the glitz and glamour of television success lay a life full of contradictions. During the 1960s and 1970s, while starring in shows like Bewitched and Hogan's Heroes, his colleagues often complained about his inappropriate jokes and unwanted flirtatious behavior. Although his marriage to Jacqueline Fox lasted until his death, it was described as largely symbolic, marked by long periods of estrangement and emotional detachment. Worse still, Bernard struggled with severe alcoholism. In 1982, he lost the lead role in a major television series after a hotel scandal. Although known on screen as a lovable Englishman, in real life, Fox was known as a two-faced person, charming on camera but irritable, impatient, and quick-tempered with other actors. Some directors refused to work with him because of his persistent disruptive behavior, often fueled by drunkenness or outbursts of anger. At the time of his death, his net worth was estimated at around $3 million, accumulated over more than 4 decades in film and television, often playing eccentric Britons such as the mischievous Doctor, Bombay, or the quirky Malcolm Merriweather. Bernard Fox died of heart failure on December 14, 2016, at Valley Presbyterian Hospital in Van Nuys, California, at the age of 89. His death marks the quiet passing of a man who once shone on screen, but could not escape the cracks in his own reflection. Leonardo DiCaprio as Jack Dawson. Leonardo Wilhelm DiCaprio, born November 11, 1900, 1974, in Los Angeles, California, is widely regarded as one of the best actors of his generation. He rose to fame in the early 1990s, but his career-defining moment came in 1997 when he played Jack Dawson in the film Titanic. At just 23 years old at the time, DiCaprio embodied a penniless artist who earned a ticket on the ill-fated ship, becoming a timeless symbol of love and sacrifice. The romantic relationship between Jack and Rose on the luxurious Titanic, culminating in Jack's tragic death in the icy waters, became a pivotal moment in cinematic history. That image of Jack stayed with Leonardo for decades, propelling him to global fame, but also creating immense pressure on him. Behind the glitz and glamour, Leonardo's childhood was fraught with hardship. His parents divorced when he was just 1 year old, and he grew up in a dilapidated neighborhood plagued by crime and addiction. He once admitted that he might have gone down the wrong path if it weren't for acting. In his youth, he was caught up into the party scene of Hollywood, experimented with drugs, and showed signs of emotional burnout after the film Titanic, overwhelmed by sudden fame. In terms of relationships, DiCaprio is known for dating supermodels like Gisele Bündchen, Bar Raffaele, and Camilla Morrone, but has never married. He has been criticized for dating women much younger than himself, creating a reputation as a timeless bachelor who doesn't want to be tied down. In 2016, Leonardo finally won the Oscar for Best Actor for his role in The Revenant, a victory after nearly 20 years of effort. It was the culmination of a career shaped by relentless innovation and intense artistic intensity. By 2025, Leonardo DiCaprio will be 51 years old. He remains actively involved in environmental protection as the founder of the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation, which has donated hundreds of millions of dollars to conservation and climate change initiatives. He is still single, still acts in films, and remains one of Hollywood's most powerful figures. His net worth is estimated at around $300 million, earned from blockbuster films, endorsement deals, and real estate investments. He owns numerous homes in Los Angeles and New York, as well as a private island in Belize, where he is developing an eco-resort. Perhaps his final legacy outside of the main screen is David Warner as Spicer Lovejoy. David Warner, born July 29, 1941, in Manchester, England, is a renowned British actor known for his tall, slender build, piercing eyes, and exceptional ability to embody dark, menacing characters. In 1997, at the age of 56, he played Spicer Lovejoy in Titanic, Cal Hockley's cold, loyal servant, whose menacing presence heightened the tension between love and evil on the ill-fated ship. With his piercing gaze, Warner etched himself into audiences' memories with his unforgettable portrayal of the aristocratic man pursuing women. But behind those memorable roles lay a life shrouded in darkness. Warner began his career on the Shakespearean stage, trained at RADA, and was a renowned actor who played Hamlet. However, persistent struggles with depression and other mental health issues frequently hampered his career. His first marriage to Harriet Lidgren lasted only 3 years. Reportedly strained by jealousy and controlling behavior, Warner avoided the media, rarely giving interviews and cultivating a reputation as aloof and mysterious in real life. He lived his final years quietly, sharing his life with actress Lisa Bowerman, with whom he collaborated on Doctor Who sound projects. Few knew he had been battling cancer, a diagnosis he kept secret for 18 months, even from his closest friends. On July 24, 2022, just 5 days before his 81st birthday, David Warner passed away at Denville Hall, a nursing home for actors in London. At the time of his death, his net worth was estimated at around $10 million, earned over 6 decades in film, television, and theater. But Warner's true legacy wasn't money. It was the haunting, complex artistry he brought to each role, reflecting the depth and darkness within himself. Billy Zane as Caledon Hockley. Billy Zane, whose full name is William George Zane Jr., was born on February 24, 1966, in Chicago, USA. He made his mark in film history at the age of 31 with his portrayal of Caledon Hockley, Rose's wealthy, arrogant, and abusive fiancé in the 1997 film Titanic. Cal became the embodiment of the coldness and arrogance of the upper class, willing to sacrifice everything to maintain his status. It was a role that was both hateful and captivating, so much so that audiences couldn't take their eyes off him. That role should have launched a brilliant career, but Zane's real-life path took a different turn. After Titanic, his career stalled. Industry insiders described him as overly controlling, frequently interfering with scripts, and quick-tempered, giving him a reputation for being difficult to work with. His stardom quickly faded. Despite his roles as the superhero The Phantom, his cameo appearances in Twin Peaks, and his voice acting for the villain Ansem in the Kingdom Hearts video game series, Zane's personal life has also been turbulent. He was previously married to actress Lisa Collins and later engaged to Chilean actress Leonor Varela. Both relationships ended. His most tumultuous relationship was with actress and model Kelly Brook, a tumultuous story that garnered significant media attention with its jealousy, dramatic breakups, and reconciliations, ultimately ending in 2008. Afterward, Zane found stability with American model Candace Neal, with whom he has 2 daughters, Ava, born in 2011, and Gia, born in 2014. The couple is currently engaged. In 2025, Billy Zane will be 59 years old. He remains active, occasionally appearing in supporting roles, commercials, and television shows such as The Boys and Devil on Campus and The Larry Ray Story. He is currently a director at the production company Radioactive Giant and pursues painting, exhibiting his work at several select art galleries. Billy Zane remains a haunting name in the saga of fame, an actor who rose to the pinnacle of popularity only to fall into obscurity, leaving behind a legacy that is both a cautionary tale and a figure who will forever capture attention.